We in a time right now where if you're not evolving, you're gonna get left behind. Some people like, what do you mean? What do you mean? A lot of people like, what does that even mean? We are elevating, right? This is 2026. If you don't know what's going on at these times right now, I'm sorry to say, a lot of y'all ain't gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people not gonna be here. Because if you not vibrating on the frequency of the planet, if you're not vibrating on the frequency of Mother Earth, Mama Wata, if you're not vibrating on the realm that we are going into right now, you're going to get erased off this planet. Like, they just had 1,000 people just got, over there in Europe, just got taken out by the sun, right? The earth is heating up. People are going. Earthquakes, all types of stuff going on right now. If your mind ain't right, your spirit ain't right, you eating unhealthy, you ain't taking care of your body or your temple, you're not going to last long on this new earth, because it's a new earth coming right now, and it's here. It's already here. I'm sorry, it's coming. It's already here. It's happening right now as we speak. Time is speeding up. The sun is heating up. It's been getting crazy lately. And a lot of people don't want to do the work, or they didn't do the work, and now they're going to be looking for people like me. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be looking for people like me, like, where did he go? You know what I'm saying? Because after a while, you ain't going to be able to find me neither. You ain't going to be able to find me, bro. I don't even know if YouTube going to be able. You ain't going to be able to find me on YouTube. You ain't going to be able to find me on TikTok. You ain't going to be able to find me on Instagram. You ain't going to be able to find me on nada. Because once everything get to that level, none of this stuff is going to even be needed. And most people are going to be lost without it. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I say, most people are going to be lost in it. They're going to be lost in the sauce of this so-called technology. Because all this is just a control mechanism. Everybody wants your attention. Everybody wants your energy. They want to feed off your thoughts. They want to feed off of your how you see them, right? Because people want a reflection, right? Because that reflection helps them feel like, okay, I'm right. You know what I mean? It's valid. You know what I mean? But in this new world, people like me, you ain't gonna be able to find me. You're gonna be stuck around exactly who you want to be stuck around. And you're gonna be looking around like where everybody went. We are going into this quantum world. Now, they just signed 2 executive orders. I think it was 2 or 3 executive orders about quantum computing. Now, what's going on with quantum computing is basically we're going to have so much new tech, so much new ways of doing things. Low vibrational people, like I said, if you're not raising your frequency up to the vibration that and the vibration in the realm we going through, you're going to be left behind. You have to upgrade now, because if you don't upgrade, it's just like an old system, an OIS system. You are no longer able to access that phone or the programs on that phone or the apps on that phone. It's going to be all outdated and obsolete. And that's why a lot of older people are going so fast now, because this new world is not for them. It's over for a lot of old people. All that old way of thinking, that old way of doing stuff, that old way of whatever, it doesn't matter anymore, because the reset is here, right? We're going through a whole different door. So a lot of people, you've seen a lot of people just been off. They've been going ever since COVID. A lot of people just been getting off. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not taking care of their body, not taking care of themselves, not taking care of their thoughts. They're getting lost. They're getting left behind. They can't even think. Time moving too fast for them. They can't catch up. They get mad at everybody. That's because the new world ain't for you. You know, like Dave Chappelle said too. If you're not reading, nobody gonna want to read no more. You know, thinking is for poor people, right? And it's funny he said that. Shout out to Dave Chappelle. You know what I'm saying? He's a great comedian. It's funny he said that because, like I said, everything gonna be automated to a point where you ain't gonna have. The thing is, you ain't gonna have time to think. You know, he said thing is for poor people. He really meant you're not even gonna have time to think because it's gonna happen so fast. You know what I mean? It's like everybody gonna be moving so fast. Everything gonna be moving so fast and automated. You ain't gonna have time to think. It's either you're a part of this system or you not a part of this system. You either with us or you against us, right? It's another form of religion because, like I said, it's moving so fast, bro. Everything is moving so fast. It's about survival now in a higher realm now. You know, before it was about survival as in like, you know, we got to go to work. We got to do certain things to survive, to maintain, you know, which really didn't. But they forced that on us. That life on us, the hamster wheel life. But this new way of, you know what I'm saying, it's basically another hamster wheel because you still got to be a part of some type of system. But now, like I say, it's quantum computing now, where now you get to choose what system you want to live in. Like it's up to you now. It ain't really like, oh, I gotta be a part of the system. That's the only way to make money, or only way to do something, only way to think. No, it's like it's gonna be so many ways to think. It's like pick your poison, pick your community. You know what I mean? Pick your flavor. Pick your what I was about to say. Pick your goddamn. I wasn't finna say pick your cotton, but you gonna have to pick. You know what I'm saying? You just gonna have to pick. You gonna have to choose. You know, they was giving us the choices, but now it's like, now you get to make the choices. You know what I mean? Or you get to be a part of whatever you want to be a part of. You know what I mean? But like I said, a lot of people don't get left behind now. You know, a lot of things are growing people. A lot of ways of thinking. You know what I mean? People are out thinking and outgrowing systems. So a lot of people gonna get left behind. We are in one of these epidemics where people feel lonely nowadays. People feel like they don't have nothing to live for. You know what I'm saying? The Matrix, you know, the numbers and the numbers and the letters and all that stuff. Y'all remember the Matrix, the whatever. All that is down. You know what I'm saying? And people are scattering. You know what I mean? It's like everybody's not bunched up no more. People are scattered now. So it's gonna be, we're in a lonely epidemic where nobody wants to. A lot of people was forced into dealing with people or talking with people or just being with people, just interacting with people. Like I say, engagement. Most people just engage with other people because they were just trying something. You know what could happen. You know what I mean? Like it's not something they actually wanted to do. They was forced to do it. You know what I mean? Just like anything else. We were living in a world where we was forced to interact and engage with people, right? Now we in this lonely epidemic because people are leaving environments that they really felt threatened in. You know what I'm saying? People are leaving, like I said, jobs. They leaving relationships. They leaving cities. They leaving countries. You know, people flying out of different countries. They're doing different things now. They leave trying to get away from the thing that they felt that kept them captive. You know what I'm saying? Kept them captive, and it kept them kind of like it made them the person that they didn't even want to be. Most people be in environments and places where people that they don't even want to be. You know, they gotta act and play a role and play into this whole drama scene. Play into this whole little play. You know what I mean? And people like, this not who I really am. And I don't want to be like this. They got a fake smile. You got to fake talk to somebody. You know what I mean? And you got to fake, you know what I mean, be somebody you not. You know what I mean? But now we're in the point where people are like, no, I'd rather be by myself. I'd rather be alone. I'd rather be because they don't feel like dealing with the fakeness of it. You know what I'm saying? Most people, like I said, and the fake ones really just be the unconscious ones. They not putting together the fake ones. People that actually are that person. People that actually think that they play. Like people actually think that role they're playing is them. The sleeping ones that actually think that's them and that's they role. They don't fed into for so long. You know what I'm saying? Them be the ones that them be the ones that won't grow. That's gonna get left behind. You know what I'm saying? Them be the ones that's gonna be lonely, and they're not gonna know where everybody at. People have left and building worlds with the people that actually want to start building the world that they see just like them. People are actually going and finding environments that actually mirror them. You see what I'm saying? People are actually going and finding lives that they actually enjoy. For whatever moment, because it's just a moment, but for whatever moment it is, people are going and getting exactly what they want. Without any means, whatever they got to do, people are doing it now because the world is evolving now. We're getting to a point, like I said, if you're not raising your frequency up to that, you will be left behind and looking around like where everybody went. All the creatives and godlike minds and godlike people and scientists and chemists and people that want to create and do something new. And you got to think, we live in a world, people look down on people that actually made their world. You know what I'm saying? Like, people that actually, these phones, computers, everything around you, games and everything around you, was created by somebody that was like, you know what, I'm finna make my own world. I'm finna think outside the box. I'm not finna stay in a system. People will try to force you to stay inside of the box. They don't think that you can be that person. They don't think you can be the person that made the phone. They don't think you can be the person that they think it just come. They think people that made the phones, cameras, and electrical wires and TVs and air conditioning, they think them people just automatically had that information. They don't know the struggle that people went through to even create that, right? That's why I say you never get close to people, because people will try to stop you from trying to create something outside of the box. If they watch you struggle, they think that's just you. They don't know the outcome you're trying to create. It struggles with you building. And that's why I say a lot of people are leaving and getting away from people that want to stay in the box. They want to stay mentally dead. You get what I'm saying? Get me around creatives. Somebody that has a mind that actually want to think outside the box. People, you know what I'm saying? It be people that they can't wonder. They don't have no questions to even answer. You know what I'm saying? They can't fathom asking certain questions. You know what I mean? Some of us are just different. Some of us are born just different. And people can't even fathom that, bro. People can't fathom you being born different. They think you just like them. And they think the people that actually made it are special. And then when they see you trying to elevate, they're like, who you think you is? Like, just because you know this and you know that and you talk like this and you talk like that, they get jealous, bro, because they too close to you. They don't see that type of light. You know what I mean? You can't get close to people when you're trying to create. Whatever you're trying to create, what's for you is for you. When your energy start exuding off to other people, and you start speaking your aspirations to people, they feel some type of way. Like, I don't got that aspiration. Like, I ain't never had that. Like, they can't fathom some of the stuff you think. They're like, what? It's like they trying to figure out they trying to figure out the answers to your questions, and it pissed them off that they can't even think how you think. You know what I'm saying? They gonna get left behind. You know what I'm saying? They gonna get left behind. So like I said, it's this new world. You gonna either be on the train or you gonna get left behind, or you gonna be on the spaceship, the alien spaceship. Cause y'all know the aliens are here. You either gonna be on the spaceship or you gonna be left behind. You know, because the aliens are here. You get what I'm saying?